Okay, hello everyone. I've watched a few Let's Plays on YouTube for Gnomoria, but I also you know been on Reddit, and I've subscribed to the Gnomoria Reddit page, and I noticed a lot of people asking, "Oh, what's the best way to start out when you're playing Gnomoria?" So I kind of figured I'd come up with well, a little short YouTube video about what I do. Now, as you can see, I like my settings a little higher attack rate, attack size, but to compensate for that, I do go shallow metal depth. Kind of like it tall, a little bumpy, somewhat wide hills. And when I was randomly going through the names, Saintcomet, yeah, it's a pretty awesome name. So I'm just going to generate the map here. It's going to take probably like 5 minutes, so who knows what I'm going to do here. I might, just cut out this whole generating map part, but we'll see. Alright, so after 3.5, 4 minutes of actual loading, we have our map. Let's take a look. Some mountainous areas. That looks like it'll be a good spot. We got some birch trees, apple trees, pine trees, some orange trees. Looks like we have granite as our stone. Alright. Yeah. So it looks like this will be the main area we settle. Right in here. Okay, so first things first is professions. Now right now there's the normal ones, but I'm gonna load in professions I have set, and I guess the military. Although the last time I played, there was a little bug with importing the military. Whenever I went on to the training grounds, they wouldn't do any work, which is I found odd. But anyways, we'll go to professions. I'll show you excavator. This is basically my miner. So he has stone, basically mining, masonry, stone carving. And he's also a prospector, and then he has mechanic. Actually, I'll just open most of these. Oh, those ones I'll keep. Horticulture and farming. Medic, caretaking. Actually, maybe I should get rid of the medic part. Anyways, medic, caretaking, construction, hauling. So basically, in the priority, he goes mechanic, hospital, then mining first and foremost. And then he works in the workshop. Build, hauling, farm, agriculture, and then grove. That way, with the farming and the horticulture and construction and hauling, he always has a job to do if he doesn't have a mining job or a workshop job. Although, later when I get more excavators, usually I take masonry and stone carving off of their to-do list, I guess you could call it. And then mason, it's basically the exact same setup to start, except for you switch mining with workshop over in the job priority. And same thing is basically with the lumberjack, except he doesn't do wood carving right off the bat. Actually, maybe I should do it with my excavator, take off stone carving. Anyways, so as you can see, mechanic, he doesn't have horticulture or farming to start, because if you have horticulture selected, if you tell anybody to cut clippings, they will cut clippings if it's the closest job to closest job available to them, because horticulture is I believe agriculture, and that is basically when they cut down trees. So cutting down trees and planting trees and cutting clippings all kind of go under agriculture, unless it's in a grove, then it's different. But anyways, so they don't have horticulture. And farming, same thing with farming. They will run off to go kind of do like foraging if you have a forage setting, and they run out of things to chop, so they'll run like halfway across the map to go start foraging. Anyways, it kind of gets complicated. So then medic, caretaking, as you can see, agriculture, grove, workshop, and then same kind of setup as the miner or the excavator. And carpenter, again, opposite. Workshop goes ahead of agriculture and grove. Agricultural engineer, I kind of got this from one of Avac's, not the Castle Goat, but his season to season game. I forget what it was called, with the fake AVAC and everything. But anyways, I kind of stole that from that, or I figured I'd give him some credit. But they are mainly horticulture, farming. That's all they do, really. So why is pasture at the top? I don't know why. Okay, so mechanic, yada yada yada, farm, agriculture, grove. They have tinkering higher up, even though they don't tinker. I don't know why that's there. Oh my god, it's all broken. Usually they don't cook or brew, but they might if I decide to change it later. My Beastmaster usually is the one who starts cooking, because I don't know why horticulture wasn't selected, but he usually has a high cooking skill at the start. So if I do get a kitchen down, he usually basically cuts the meat the first couple of seasons until I get more agricultural engineers. Then I can retire my older ones and put them in more specific jobs like tailoring and chef and brewer. As you can see, mechanic, yada yada yada. This one, pasture, should be above everything. So pasture, mechanic, hospital, workshop. Like I said, he's like the chef at the start. So then he does farm, agriculture, grove, build, hauling. Followed by metalsmith is usually my next one, my next starting profession. They do all the metal crafting, followed by horticulture, farming, construction, hauling. Kind of like they have their specific jobs, but when it comes to jack of all trades, everyone has farming, horticulture basically, and construction and hauling. And you'll kind of see why farther down into the video. And then other professions I have here is a soldier, of course. They are basically kind of like an engineer or agricultural engineer, where they just do farming and horticulture. Distiller, gemsmith, chef, tailor. Now for gems, usually I might have a gemsmith after the second season or whatnot. But my metalsmith usually has gems added to it once I want to start cutting gems and making rings to trade. But anyways, I'll start with these professions. Later on, I'll get to others. So first thing I do is I check wood cutting's 22, carpentry 22. Here wood cutting is 18, carpentry 24. Oh boy. So looks like this one will be our lumberjack. This guy will be our carpenter. Rancher, that's automatically the beastmaster. I just changed the name really. Mining 31, masonry 17. Yeah, so this is the mason, even though he's 23. It's not the greatest. These guys go straight to agricultural engineers, and these guys weapon crafting, blacksmithing, smelting. Let's see, what other? So he just has smelting. Okay. Oh, I hate when these things pop up. Smelting 9, 8, 11. 11. No, that's agricultural engineering. I picked the wrong person. I forgot they kind of flip on you once you get out of it. Skills 10, 12, 5, 13, 9. I don't really do metalworking that much. So yeah, this guy, Fiznid, I'm just going to back out so that thing's gone. Fiznid will be my metalsmith, and this guy will be my extra agricultural engineer. Alright, so I already kind of see a spot where I'm going to put my wheat farm. Right in this area. 8x4 wheat. Now, see, we have 7 people already starting to get the wheat going. After that, usually I, let's see, build my straw beds. Just trying to think where my pasture's going to go. Probably around here somewhere. So I'm probably going to be bringing that down. I'll put it right here. Go 9 there. And then stockpile. Good. So kind of see. I think you'll see what I'm doing here once it gets done. I'm only putting it down as wheat because that way the bags and the barrels will all empty out. That way there won't be any seeds left over. Anyways, okay. So then now I gotta do the pasture. I'm not in there and here. Pasture. I know this is just temporary. I know it looks ugly, but so that's all set. I got my pasture, my beds, my wheat farm going. I got my little storage area ready. I'm trying to think. Mining. Let's see. want to see how high up does this go. Oh my god. Oh, we do have some little bit of basalt. Trying to think how I want to do this. Do I want to dig stuff down from up here? You know what? No, I'm just gonna go straight into the mountain. Where should my entrance be? You know what? I've never done a 5 wide entrance, but I'm gonna do a 5 wide entrance. We'll go 20 deep. Alright, now fell trees just because I want to make room. Let's see. I'll probably want to cut all these down. Looks like I can get to all of them. Same with these ones. And those. Pine is, I don't know if they've changed it or if it's still the same. I've never actually looked into the values between the different trees. I know supposedly birch is the most valuable, but I don't know. For some reason I recall in the past that for some reason they changed it so they're all kind of equal. But then I could be wrong. I'm sure if people watch this they might comment about it. But anyways, so it looks like we're all set to get started. So I'm just gonna start it. Just gonna save, and now we're gonna see this go. All right. So I always like 2x speed. I need to see how they're working quick. Miner's already gone to start mining. Woodcutters are cutting. Looks like is that my rancher? There's my metalsmith. Metalsmith is going around. Oh, look at that. We already found coal. So that's all ready. So quickly I'm going to get down a workshop, crude workbench, log, some whatchamacallit. Anyway, some stone. I'm gonna put that in a soil pile so I can start getting it going. And as you can kind of tell, now I don't have any whatchamacallit, cotton, so I'm gonna have them, or cotton seeds, so I'm gonna have them forage that, and then I'm going to get these trees felled as well. These are ready. I'm gonna get some chisels going. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm doing it on both so that both the excavator and the mason will craft. Both woodcutters are still chopping. And then soon they'll jump onto the crude workbenches to start cutting planks. Now what are you? Oh, you're done. Alright, so since you're done, I'm going to have you guys start cut some clippings. Just go at it. Get some skills up. Notice how these guys are still chopping trees. Hopefully they get to these too. Oh yeah, okay, good. Now I know they won't get to that one, so that's why I didn't select it. Alright, looks like we got enough. Let's go. Planks, pine log, repeat. Now I put it on repeat because at the start of the game you just want them to constantly be basically building logs, or not logs, crafting or slicing logs into planks. And then once these trees are done being cut, basically I'm going to have the lumberjack go cut some planks as well. And actually I'm going to start terraforming a little bit. I'll pause it just to get maximum well, basically not wasting any time. So once those guys are done cutting clippings, they'll come and get rid of oh, see, look, the mine, or I guess they have no other job, so that's where I did it. Let's see, get that down, get that down. Let's see, go like that. I'm trying to think of, let's go to 0 and figure out the layout of the land. I could box off, could kind of cut this out here, right there. I can terraform here and straight across down here, and then cut it off, and get this little hilly area gone too. So I have a nice spot for farming, and maybe build a entryway over here so that they have to go down through this little area to get into my base. But that's about 20 minutes. Actually, a little bit shorter because of the long loading screen. But anyways, put a like on the video, and if you want to see more, just maybe put a comment down. Alright, thanks.